Engaging the community during a crisis. My name is Nikki Clarke of the Nikki Clarke Show, and I'm here on behalf of the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce. And alongside with Sheamoisture, we are here to offer encouragement and motivation through online classes to help Black entrepreneurs throughout Canada. And I want to share what I have learned in media and also through study about what the principles of buzzmaking are, how to be transparent online. I'm also going to talk about SEO optimization and also offer some advice on how to create a podcast or how to create a video series online. So let's talk about buzzmaking. There are three principles. Number one is to know your customer. Really get to know your client by having a rapport with them, asking them questions. And when you ask them questions, you're going to extract information. And this information is going to help you to develop an idea on what service or product you're going to offer them. So you can find out what you need to know or collect this data by asking direct questions, or you can design a questionnaire or even offer them a survey. And none of these have to be terribly complicated or formal or too long, but you need enough information so that you can take this data to know what makes your client tick so that you can have a meaningful, mutually beneficial business relationship. The second thing is you need to create a vehicle of transmission to create this value. And this is where you're going to decide, am I going to use Facebook? Am I going to use TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, or whatever you decide? The third principle is putting everything together. So now that you know your customer, and now that you have decided what platform you're going to use, now you're going to send your message, and you're going to offer your service, your product, or your advice through this vehicle. And away you go. Start buzzing. Now, I wanted to say something about being transparent online. We live in an era of total transparency, and whatever is done online stays online, albeit for a few seconds. Whatever you post is irreversible. So it's very important to be careful about what it is that you're posting. You don't want to be random. You want to be very strategic about whatever you post. You are among a sea of competitors, businesses vying for customers. They want to offer maybe the same thing you have, but maybe for less, or maybe add more. So there's a lot of activity going on online. What will make your website or your social media platform stand out? Credibility. A lot of people can offer the same thing, but yours will be the most attractive to clients because they trust you. And they can trust you through the creation of a very cleverly crafted branding. And everything in your branding, whether it be the posts or the images, the spelling, the grammar, it all holistically creates a great impression. And that's what is going to make you stand out. Remember the saying, it only takes a few minutes to make a good, lasting impression. So be very mindful of that, of your posting. You want to make sure your posts are consistent, that they are creative, and they're also contagious. And what I mean is that they want to keep, your posts are so good that people just want to keep coming back for more. you're offering what they need. Okay. So all this translates into transparency. All right. Be mindful of what you craft. Craft contagious material online. Keep it positive, keep it clean, and I almost guarantee you're going to have a loyal following of a niche market or whatever you're looking for. Your loyal followers will be there if your branding connects to their heart language, if they like what you're doing and they connect with it. The SEO is the search engine optimization, and I'll describe to you what that means. If you have a website, you want to make sure that it's set in a way, it's designed in a way that if people want to find you, they can. You see, people want to always do things, find things that are close by them. So your SEO has to be designed so that people can locate them from whatever vicinity your website is located in. So I'll give you an example. Say you're driving and your tire gets a flat. So what do most people do? They go to their phone and they ask Google, find me the closest tire repair shop. Now what they're doing then is Google is looking for the SEO that is set in the parameters of where you're driving, and they're going to pull up all the websites that meet that requirement of location. So if your website is one of those that is not set in that way, that's an easy fix. Just contact your web developer and let them know, I need to make sure that it's set within a certain parameter, within a certain vicinity, so people can find me online or easily through a search engine, whatever it is. That needs to happen. The other thing too, to make sure that you are high in rankings, or you're visible. And what I mean by this is, if someone were to type in your company, and ideally they should find your company on the first page of searches. Otherwise, they don't look on the second or third or fourth page. They don't keep going. Most likely people don't. They want to find what they want to find right away. And if it's on the first page, great. Even better to see your company number one. Now you can do certain things to increase your rankings to make sure that you're number one, that you're relevant, that you have a strong presence online. And you do that by keywords. Keywords are located in Google Ads. You can type in a keyword or a word rather, and then it'll tell you how popular it is, how many places you'll find it on the internet, how often people use it. So you want to find things that will increase traffic or increase activity to your website or your social media post. That's very important. Keywords can do that for you. So you want to make sure that they're in your post consistently. You want to make sure that they're in your hashtags. And as many times as you do that, you're manipulating the algorithm. The algorithm shows the activity, the flow, the ebb and flow of activity on your social media posts. And you want to make sure that it keeps rising and not plummeting. So the more you put out of contagious material, the more you have engagement with your potential customers or followers, and the more your algorithms rise, and ultimately your ranking increases in that respect in the SEO, and making you a very popular choice when people are searching for your business. The other way to engage people and to boost your visibility online is offer contests. People love to win things, giveaways. So if you can offer something maybe on a weekly or a quarterly or however often, that helps to increase what's called inbound link sharing. And this helps the algorithms as well. It doesn't hurt to ask your followers to like, comment, and share. That also will help to boost your visibility, as well as affecting the algorithms, helping everything rising to the top of your rankings. That's what you want to happen. Okay. The other thing is, people have asked me, I feel this creative energy now to maybe start a podcast or maybe do a video series. How can I do that on a budget? Well, here are a couple of ways that I find are really effective and don't really cost anything. If you want to go the podcast route, you can do that by going to Anchor, ANCHOR, anchor.ca, and you can set up an account. It's a very easy way to navigate through, to sign up and to create your podcast. You can actually even download the app and record your podcast there, or you can upload your recordings later on. In any case, they make it very easy for you to navigate through and to set up a podcast through Anchor. And then what Anchor does is that it distributes your recordings to other sites like Spotify, like iTunes. So it just keeps spreading the good word throughout podcast systems, which is a great thing. And then ultimately, if your podcast becomes popular, then you can monetize, and you monetize by people paying you to advertise their business on your podcast. And the other thing I find really fun to do, and it's cost effective, is Facebook Live posts are wonderful, and also Instagram Live. Both free, both easily accessible, very easy to navigate, very easy to use. And what they do is they help with the podcast, they help to make you become an authority on whatever topic you're offering. If you're offering interviews on, and you invite people who are related to the business world, and that's going to be your authority online in offering business advice, or if it's going to be health and wellness, you become the authority by interviewing people all related to this topic. So what that actually does is it also converts later on to revenue, because you're standing out online with this great credible presence, this being able to offer this wonderful wealth of information, so people keep turning back to you. And maybe this information is free now, but in time this can convert into revenue. This can convert into a client, and that's what you want to do. You want to be offering free or complimentary. I don't like to use free. Complimentary service to create this rapport, and later on it'll work out into revenue later. So I hope these tips have been helpful for you. I'm Nikki Clarke, and I appreciate your time. So I just want to thank you for watching. And if you want to connect with me, again, you can go to my website, thenikkiClarkenetwork.com. And also, if you want to connect with the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce, you can go to blackchamber.ca. So I wish you all the best. Stay positive, stay safe, and all the best in your business. Bye for now.